Hey guys, welcome back to My Hero Academia, the strongest hero. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Bakugo. We're going to do this one a bit different. We're going to go through his skills first, and then we're going to go take a look at some matches I recorded of playing ranked arena, and I got my ass handed to me by a Bakugo. Now, the player was incredibly good. He did have an Aizawa on the team as well, just for note, but I think Bakugo is sort of considered the worst S hero, but I still think that he has viability in a proper team, and I wanted to show you guys the way this guy was using him at decently high rank to some really good effect. And I just think in this game, if you have two good core members that do the two main things well, which is like engaging, you can bring in any character as a decent pivot, and I think he used Bakugo perfectly for this method. So let's get into his skills and then I'll show you what I'm talking about in the matches. Okay, so here we are, Bakugo. Basically, the meter down the bottom is like his sweat meter. It increases, I'm pretty sure it just increases the damage of his Q, and if you get it all the way, his Q becomes like a mini ultimate, kind of like what All Might does with his one when you get to max stack. So that's pretty much how that works. W is going to be just an uppercut, like so, and that's going to generate you some of that that meter down the bottom. E is going to be like a spiral into like a ground pound. So if we do this one, you can see he goes up into the ground pound. Now that ability is really nice in PvP because he's sort of immune while he's using it, and he's in the air, and it can catch a lot of people out. Caught me out a couple of times. But that's the two main abilities. Now his Q is only usable off of a combo of the other ones. So you have to land one of the other two abilities to be able to use the Q, or you can land a full basic combo, and that will unlock the Q. Now the Q, then you can just spam it, and he just keeps doing explosions, and it uses that meter down the bottom. Now, if your meter down the bottom is empty, he will still use that ability. So if I can get myself to a position where we can do it, so we'll just empty out this meter, just to show you guys. So if we go into this, so we can combo off again, you can see he loses, but he still is able, even though he's only at 2, to use all the blasts. So you don't need it to be able to use it. But I think Bakugo would be a lot better if you could use this Q once, like with a cooldown. So it'd be cool if like this Q could shoot once as base, but then to use the spam you had to combo it off something else, because that would give him that good little mini ranged engage, and I think it would make him really strong. But yeah, what I'll show you now is I'll do the full combo. I'll get it all the way up, and I'll get that meter all the way up so that we can actually, let's just take that off cooldown so we can just do this and spam it up. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, now his Q is fully charged. He does this. It's like a mini ultimate that he does use. Now his quirk ability is basically like his little explosions, and he basically gets a free sprint that he can run around and do like that, and then you can engage from there. And finally, his ultimate. I actually really like his ultimate. It looks savage. The howitzer. It looks sick. It looks sick. Let's get the boom. I just really like it. One of my favorite ones in the game. But that's his basic skill set. So the way that you want to use Bakugo is try and engage with the W maybe, and then go spam these and go like that, because that then leaves you with your E open to re-engage with, and then go in with another spam. The other combo you can do, as you can see, the great thing about him that I think he gets a little bit of viability in PvP is that his combos are in the air, so they can't dodge out of it. You know, sometimes you get that perfect dodge, the little yellow dodge. When you're in the air, you can't get those. So his combos are really nice, and you'll see in the clips I'm about to show you, he does my Momo from about 70-ish, 60 or 70% health to 0 in one combo. So he's got really nice combo ability. But what else you can do? You can do the W into the E and ride up like that. And then you can do that, but that does leave you out of re-engage. So if you do that in PvP, you're gonna have to just swap out of him, because you don't really have anything to go after that. As you can see, the cooldowns are still there. However, if you do go with the W into the bombs, this is where it's really good, because they just sit in the air, and then you can jump into that one. Whoops, I messed that up. But then you can do bombs again, and by the time you finish this combo, you've only got 1 second of them getting up before your W's back, so you can sort of re-engage with that if you want to try that. But as you can see, his combos are really nice in the air. And that's why I think, even though he gets a bad rap, I think he could gradually evolve with how players play the game. Anyway, let's jump over to some clips where I get my ass handed to me. Okay, so here is the first clip that I want to look at. As you can see, he does have Bakugo, he's got Uraraka, and Aizawa. Now, Aizawa is the thing that it still messes with my head because with my team, Momo is the only one that I can actually engage on an Aizawa, at least an Aizawa who plays properly. Deku, really hard. You can sometimes finger smash into uppercut, but to actually land that because this finger smash doesn't stun them is really, really hard. And Tokiyami's just too slow for it, and Aizawa can knock him out of his like ball and all that sort of stuff. So basically, I went on the defensive straight away and swapped over to Deku. So what we'll do is we'll jump in and I'll try and slowly show it, or we'll do some pausing and stuff like this. But this guy's a really good player, real good anticipation on what I was going to do as well. He knew I was going to go for my rockets because I'm in range there, and against the Bakugo, he doesn't have anything to counter that, so he just dodged straight out. I swapped to Deku because I know I can't afford to lose my Momo in this fight, otherwise I just lose to Aizawa, which really I would have loved to leave Momo in, but you got to play it safe against Aizawas to have an option. So now he swaps to Aizawa at the same time I do Momo, which was good timing for me because it allows me a chance to engage on him with the Momo, which I actually do manage. Oh no, I miss it. So he swaps out, I stay in because I do get this little engage. He gets the perfect dodge at the right time there. He gets that dodge, which is really nice. I do put my turret down. The one thing that I want to note there, is you'll see him do this uppercut. He'll come out of this. He does the uppercut. He does not hit me, but he still manages to unlock his Q ability and explode me. So that's a cool little thing that you can do with him. And once you play more, you'll get used to that, is that you can use those abilities, even if you miss, to activate the Q. So then you've got a ranged engage. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. So then he does engage me there. I switch weapons, which sucks at the time he swapped, because now I'm stuck trying to cycle through to my spear again, because the spear is what you need to beat Aizawa. I should have probably just subbed out and then subbed again. But unfortunately I didn't, and this is where he punishes me. Watch this. So he's got his Bakugo. This is the comboing I'm talking about. You cannot perfect dodge out of this stuff because it's all in the air. You can see I never get the opportunity to perfect dodge. And I just want to rewind back to this. Whereabouts was it? So this part here. So this is where he's swapping. I'm at, I don't know how the health bars work. I'm going to say that's at least 60%, probably 60-ish. And you can see he just catches me off guard. I'm still trying to cycle through to my spear because that's how I beat Aizawa's. And I don't know whether he saw that and he knew that my only option was spear against Aizawa, and that's what I'm trying to do. But he perfectly swaps in. You can see Bakugo dropping down at the moment. And from there, even though I have the shield, which is good defensively, when you swap, you have that bit of an invincibility, and he can just go ahead and engage on me no matter the fact that I had the shield. Does this combo. Like I said, I prefer doing the uppercut, then the Qs, then the E, then the Qs, because you can continue that combo. And he's 60-0 is my Momo, which is my only chance of winning that game. And then I'm done, because I could not engage on Aizawa with any of this, and I'd sort of given up by that point. So that is the first match, and as you'll see, I just struggle against this Aizawa, and he just dominates me. But the big thing that he did was he beat my only opportunity to beat him. As you can see, it's just, oh man, Aizawa broken. But he 60-0'd my Momo. I didn't expect that to happen, and he just came in, and because there is no opportunity to dodge out of it because you're in the air the whole time, it just demolished me. So we'll jump into the next fight. Okay, here we go. So I queued up straight away, got him again. I was pumped because I like playing against people that I lose to, because I like playing against players that make you better. So we go on this one. I swapped straight into Deku. I wasn't going to try my rockets because I knew he planned that. He dodged at the perfect time to avoid my Deku. I stupidly finger smashed while he was in the air. He lands, he takes the Q combo, he swaps out. I was expecting the engage from him, so I swapped to Tokiyami, which was a bad swap. And as you can see, Tokiyami, I tried engaging once. Big mistake. I should have just swapped to Momo. Tokiyami, no chance. No chance against the good Aizawa. He's just too slow. There's nothing you can do. And you can see, I'm trying to get out to do anything to sub out. And I just couldn't. So now I'm in my Momo, just trying to engage on him with the standard Momo. He does the same thing as he did last time, engages. Unfortunately, he's going to then have the Qs. Oh, he missed the Qs. That's right. I did actually get a run on him this time. So then we get the turret out, which is really nice. He goes to Aizawa, which I'm actually happy about. Unfortunately, those Caltrops are really annoying. We do engage again on him, and this fight was looking pretty good in my favor at this stage. We can get another turret out. I really should swap straight away here. I don't know what I actually did. But he's playing it smart, just avoiding that. And now I go into my spam fest, just trying to engage. I forgot those other Caltrops were there, run into it. And he's just playing a time game. So he played this really well. He swaps out, puts the Caltrops down. And then he just basically times out my turrets because he knows I can't engage and place another turret, and I can't really engage on him on those Caltrops. So he's actually a really smart player, and he's using that Bakugo, as you can see, as more of a pivot to enable his Aizawa, which is really clever. So I'm just here trying to do my standard attack dodge to try and engage on Aizawa because it's like the only thing you can do against this guy. He swaps out, he engages, misses, but then he gets me in the uppercut, and then it's just GG's from there. And as you can see, look at those blasts doing massive damage, even though he hadn't even built up the bar yet. And from there, he does get my Momo down, and it's just GG from there. So what I'm trying to display in that Bakugo is that I think when you get good at a team composition, like he used his Bakugo super well in that battle, and because he knew how to swap, he was able just to get the advantage of me. Now there was just general good play, like timing out my turrets by sitting on his Caltrops and just waiting and just swapping all the time to get those little bits of invulnerability to be able to do stuff. And from here, like once he's got my Momo, he knows I'm just done, and literally he's just swapping and toying with me now. But hopefully that, and I didn't manage to get him again, which I was real salty on because I wanted another try. I felt like I got a couple good engages with the Momo, but then, you know, we missed out. But yeah, that sort of shows the Bakugo. I'll probably keep recording ranked matches when we get to global, just when I'm playing them, so that I can demonstrate stuff like that, because I honestly think watching, like playing against that guy, and obviously he was a really good player, because the thing you get into is a lot of Aizawa players just leave Aizawa because they know he's going to carry, but they don't take into account what enemy heroes can actually beat Aizawa, and then they just lose their Aizawa, whereas that guy was really smart in his play. But his usage of Bakugo got me really excited, like especially when you have something like an Aizawa, when you can sub out and just eliminate the one threat your enemy has and 60 to 0 them in one combo. It's actually really powerful. In a combo, mind you, that you cannot dodge out of. So that is Bakugo. Hopefully, if you're a Bakugo fan, I honestly really want to pull him on global and have a play. Momo's my number one because if Aizawa's available at global, it's my only answer. I don't know. I'll have to play with Bakugo more. Maybe he can actually counter by using that E ability and then spamming Qs. I don't know. If he can actually engage on an Aizawa, he's going in my team. He's replacing Tokuyami. If Aizawa, you can quote me on this, if Aizawa is in the global meta at the start, and I find out that Bakugo can engage on Aizawa, Tokuyami out, Bakugo in. Literally it. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed watching me get pantsed. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.